Hello, my name is Maria Hunt, and I'm an interviewer for the Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County. And today I'm interviewing William Haller on Thursday, November 16th, 2006 at the Green Township Library. And actually, I'm sort of the camera operator at this time, so we have no one else. Welcome. Thank you so much, William Haller. Thank you. What I wanted to start off with today was, where are you originally from? I wanted to just start there.
Starting from the beginning.
Right, yeah, we're going to start. Where were you born? You know, what families?
I was born in Cincinnati. I was the first in my family born in a hospital, in St. Mary's Hospital down on Bed Street, which is gone now.
Okay.
That was December 12th, 1924. And I had a brother, and we lived in South Cumminsville. It's
right, I know that is.
a neighborhood now.
Sure.
And we moved from there in 1940 to Price Hill.
Okay, where in Price Hill?
St. William's Parish.
Okay, St. Louis, yeah.
Rosemont.
Okay, yeah, so you're pretty good in walking distance. You know, yeah. I went to Seton High School, so.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Did you end up going to Elder High School?
No, I went to Hughes High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I went there and started in 1938 and graduated in 1942.
Yeah. Wow, so then from that point, I haven't looked here yet, did you enlist or were you drafted?
Well, it's sort of mixed up.
On the
I was
cusp?
17 when I graduated.
Right.
And I was 18 on December 12th, 1942. And on that day, right after work, I ran into the draft board.
Okay.
I think it was at 58 was at Carson School.
Okay, yeah.
And opened the door and I said, I'm ready to go. And my brother he was drafted in, I think it was January 6, 1942.
Okay.
And then a couple of friends of mine, they were still in high school. And we decided to go up to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base and take the examination for aviation cadet.
Wonderful.
And all three of us passed the examination.
Right.
And they put me in some sort of a category that, I don't know if it was in a reserve category or what it was. But anyway, they couldn't take me in because I was 17 years old. No, I was 18 years old then.
Right.
I was 18 years old, but even that was too early because father had to, my mother had to sign the papers if you were 21 years or less. So I couldn't go.
Well, let me just understand, just for the sake of other folks or young people. How old did you have to be drafted? Was it 18 or 21?
18 at that time.
But this was a special, it was a different circumstance?
Yeah, because I went up there and took they weren't for us yet. The draft board wasn't. And, but they wanted to get those papers through to the draft board. They pen papers from the examination. And so that when I was taken, I'd have to present them to the officer over at Fort Thomas. And which didn't take too long. My brother left the 6th and was sent to El Paso, Texas. Okay. And I just waited for something to happen to me. And finally, March, I got my letters.
Right.
The greeting teams and told me to report to Fort Thomas on April 24th.
Okay, when you say Fort Thomas, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so a friend of mine lived in the street back of us, so he's went the same day, so he had a deal on riding back and home
Right.
from Fort Thomas. And they started us through the getting in the Army over there, and my friend, he was shipped out the week later, and they held me there because they were waiting for these papers from my right path. So finally they came, I guess it was about 12th of May, 43, that they shipped me out to Miami Beach for training, the basic training.
Okay. Now this was strictly just basic training. It wasn't any specialization that, like for the exam that you took at Right Path.
No.
Okay.
Most of the physicals were almost similar to what we had up at Right Path.
Right.
We got hit down at the physical for the Army, for the draft, was at the building down on 4th Street in Cincinnati. And, the fourth floor on 4th Street. And I think there was a telephone company right across the street from it. And all the girls would be at the windows. But anyway, that worked out for us. And, they said, "Did you hear from us soon?" Well, I came back on April 24th.
Okay. Great. And gosh, you served until December 45, but we'll go back to that. So you were, now you said that the Air Force.
Well, it was the Army.
Okay, was it the Army Air Corps, right? Yeah, I've learned that.
At that time, yeah.
Okay, because it wasn't the Air Force I'm learning until actually Truman.
Well, yeah, the Air Force, but they also changed the Army Air Corps to the Army Air Force during the war.
Okay, during the war.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay. So once that happened, once you went through your training, what happened after that?
Well, actually the training lasted for me 2 months.
Okay.
The rest of it took 12 months, I think it was, because the papers came through and everything.
Right.
They wanted to ship me off.
Oh, okay.
So there were 12 young men like me that were going to be sent to this college in Clinton, South Carolina. It was about 80 miles north of Columbia.
Okay.
And first and last time that we were able to ride on the Pullman from Columbia to Clinton. We were on the milk train.
Oh, okay.
And they had all boxcars there and a caboose, and that's where we had to go back to the caboose. And we got there about 8 o'clock in the morning, and nobody there to meet us. There should have been a truck there, so we marched back up, marched out to the college, and presented ourselves to the adjutant of the training battalion. And they showed us certain, they said to pick up your luggage and things, barracks bags. And we said, they're downtown at Detroit. Well, 2 weeks later, we got them.
Holy mackerel.
So everybody in the place called us a dirty dozen because we were dirty. We stunk.
Oh gosh.
And it was interesting. It was a lot of fun. All these young guys, and we taking classes like in algebra and playing geometry and history and dancing and different things like that. And a strenuous exercise program that was an hour a day, 6 days a week. And mainly there you were supposed to get some learning and the etiquette of a Air Force or Air Corps cadet. And and finally toward the end of the 3 months, we started flying. And they were not Army airplanes or anything. They were little 80 horsepower engines, and we had what they called the Lascom Silver. That was two-place instructor in the left seat, and the student designated.
Would it have been like one in the front and one in the back?
No,
or side by side?
Yes,
Okay.
side by side. Yeah. So that was what we were all waiting for. And the instructor was younger than us. He was 17 years old, and he had his pilot's license since he was 14 years old. So he gave us all the instructions and everything. And once in a while, on Sunday, he'd come around the campus and ask if we wanted to get a little more flying. He'd take us out to the airport. We'd each go up for a half an hour, 45 minutes. Never any solo flying, but the most it was taking off and landing and recovering from spins and things like that. So it was a lot of fun.
Did you find that it was a natural thing for you, or was it something that was?
Well, I felt that I was natural, but I wasn't.
Oh.
But I got all our 12 guys got LPS. Well, going to leave Clinton in October of 43 to go to classification camp, which was in Nashville. That was what they also called that airfield. But there wasn't an airplane in the place. There were a bunch of cadets coming from all these colleges around there and taking the classification exams. What they would be pilot, co-pilot, or no pilot, navigator, or bombardier.
So those were three separate classifications then? Now, with that, was it, did you have to take more classes, or was this an examination, or did you actually have to take, do the physical flying
We
portion
didn't
of
have any
it?
classes anymore. It was all Army stuff, exercises, marching, KP, kitchen police,
Right.
guard duty, just like just working, that's all. They never let us say private power. It had to be an aviation cadet. It was aviation cadet candidate.
Okay.
I didn't become a private until December. I've been in there for 8 months. So I finished my exams, and a couple of days later, the list came out on the ones that would be taken into the training. My voice or my name was up there.
Right.
And 2 days later, the whole gang of us were called down to the I don't know what the building was, So anyway, we were going to see some major down here, and he told us all that they changed the leads for the
Right.
candidates, and I was bumped down to navigator.
Oh.
In 3 days, it happened again. They said that you're eligible for a bombardier. Okay, I'll take it. And 3 days later, would you like to be a radio operator, a mechanic, or a gunner? I said, what happened? I said, well, they changed all the classifications. But I chose radio operator. So that was another trip. Is this okay?
Oh yeah, keep going. Do that.
The next place was Clark, not Clark, Scott Field
Okay.
in Belleville, Illinois.
Okay.
So the train ride was very far, it's Nashville to Belleville, which was at about 30 miles from St. Louis. So we got there and assigned to a barracks and with about 70 other guys. And we had a class number, and they right away next day we were in classrooms. So learning Morse code and radio mechanics.
Right.
That was supposed to be a 20 week program. So it didn't seem to be it. It went pretty good. The bad thing was extra duty besides going to school. And,
What type of duty was that? What was required?
KP and guard duty and cleaning up the area,
Right.
the barracks and everything. And I think our class got KP about every 12 days. I would go to the kitchen at 2 in the morning.
At 2 in the morning?
Yeah, and you finished at 8 the following night.
What did you do during that time?
Well, they fed 7,000 men a meal, and they had 9 meals at 3 breakfasts, 3 lunches, 3 dinners. And they all came through. They had 10 service lines. And if you were lucky, they got an easy job. And it seems like no matter what air base that I was at, H was in the pots and pans part of the kitchen. They had 5 kitchens back there.
Right.
And each one had a pots and pans to do. It was really horrible.
So I guess you did a lot of dishes, huh?
No dishes.
No dishes?
No.
Just
Tin
pots?
pans.
Just tin pans?
The compartmented.
Oh, right. Like servers. Right. I understand what you mean. Right.
So the school was pretty good. It was going pretty good through it. And they said they were going to move us from one side of the field to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in area 2 and they were going to move us to area 4.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 was across the field. And it looked exactly like number 2, and we got, they said, we're going to have to walk. It's about 2.5 or 3 miles, and carry your own luggage. 2 barracks things, you know. And I had something going on, you know. Anyway, I got to walking, and he said, now if you feel sick, call for a truck and I'll pick you up and take you. Well, that truck driver didn't see me. They should have kicked him out of the Army belt on kind of blindness or something. Anyway, we got over there. It took about 4 hours to get across. By the time I got back in the barracks, I had a fever, and next morning I went on sick call, and they said, "Let me see your chest." That's what they do. So you're clean, you know. Your shirt, and they look at your chest.
What did they think?
Your chest was dirty. Like, take a shower, and then you'll go back to the hospital area. And I was dirty. I was clean.
Right.
So we went over to the hospital, and they put me in a ward for severe colds and flu. So I was in there, and I asked the nurse how long I'd be there, and she said 5 to 7 days. So it sounded good. And a couple of days later, they put me on
That's okay.
on a wheelchair and put me into an X-ray room, and they took X-rays. And a couple of days later, they said, and they took blood tests about every 3 hours. They take some blood. He said, "We think you might have it's a heart,
Heart murmur?
please."
Like a heart murmur, or?
Well, that's one of the things they found. And the other one was, oh gosh, some kind of fever. Anyway, I said, "Well, what's going on?" He said, "Well, if you got that, you're gone home. You're going out of the Army." I said, "What am I going to do? All my friends are in the Army." So I was there for 3 months, and they kept pumping blood out of me. And finally, the nurse came in one time. She said, "Get dressed and get out." I said, "Where did I go?" She said, "You go back to the area." I said, "What was wrong here?" She said that the symptoms that you had for this heart problem was similar to flu. Some of the things were, you know, and they wanted to take, just find out just exactly what it was. And I said, "Well, what about the heart murmur?" She said, "Everybody's got heart murmurs." I had to walk all the way back to the area. But anyway, I got back there, and my class was 4 weeks ahead of me. And so I was forced back to the slower class. That wasn't too bad. That's okay. And I had a better schedule. My schedule was 11 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the evening. Not good.
Right.
They said, "We're going to give you a schedule from 7 o'clock at night to 1 in the morning." And I thought, "Boy, that's really terrible, you know."
Right.
These guys said, don't knock it. This is one of the best shifts.
How was it a better shift?
No extra duty.
Oh.
You come back at the barracks at 2 o'clock or so, and we don't have to sleep till noon.
Wow.
So that was pretty good for us. Or we couldn't wake up. You know. We didn't have any reveille or anything. If we woke up and wanted to do something, we could do it. And we were just on our side. So we had 36-hour pass a week. leave at 2 o'clock on the ring, and we'd be gone for 36 hours. Just a great time. And St. Louis was a good service town.
Oh, good.
They had a USO that was just enormous, and all kinds of activities. And baseball teams were there. Both the St. Louis Cardinals and the St. Louis Browns. They were both major league teams, and they both used the same baseball park.
Okay.
And they would alternate. One would be out of town, the other would be playing in town. So you could go to a ball game practically every day for nothing. Streetcar didn't car. It was nice, but we went. The school continued, at last until June of 44. So we got out of that. We were shipped to gunnery school.
Oh.
I was down at Yuma, Arizona in July.
Now, even though you were studying, radio, why the gunnery then? What's the connection there?
If you're going to be on a bomber, they have gun stations.
Right.
Like on a B-17 4-engine airplane, they had 2 guns in the nose, 2 on the top.
Right.
Radio operator had 1, 2 on the belly turret, 2 flexible guns, 1 on each side, and a tail turret. So there was 12 or 14 guns on it. So it had to be. I was supposed to be a flexible gunner, but you had to learn the other things too. The turrets were all power driven, electrically and hydraulically. So you had to learn how to do that. It's funny on a tail turret, if you're going to shoot in the air, put your hands over there.
Oh, to shoot this way?
Please?
You mean in order to shoot this way, you have to...
The opposite. You pointed the handles the other way. It was a type of handle. It wasn't directly on the gun. It was all hydraulic driven.
Right.
So you turn it here, it was going to be that way.
Now, how many gunners on a plane then would you have to have? Would you have to have one for each gun, or would you just simply have to have fewer, and they would have to just work?
Just plain gunners were there were 2 waist guns, 2 for the belly turret,
right.
2 for the 1 for the belly turret and 1 for the tail turret.
Okay.
There would be 4 gunners, just gunners. And then the flight engineer was an enlisted man. He would use the upper turret, and I'd use that 1 gun out in the radio compartment.
Okay.
So the entire complement on a B-17 was 10 men.
Okay.
Pilot, co-pilot, navigator, bombardier, and then all the 6 enlisted men. And I think the B-24 was the same thing. It was a 4-engine bomber also. But really good, anything like that.
And so those planes, they were strictly bombers. I mean, there was no carrying of cargo or men or anything like that. It was strictly for
combat,
for defense.
Yeah. So we trained in the B-25s or the B-17s down at Yuma.
Okay.
Because since we were going to be the flexible gunner, they had 2 guns on either side, no flexible. All our training was there. And that They lasted 8 weeks. After the 8 weeks, you got promotion from buck private to corporal, 2 stripes. A little more money and a little more things that they, privileges and so forth. We could go to a enlisted men's service club.
Okay.
So we had about 6 or 7 people in our class was from Cincinnati. So we got on a train to Chicago, and we had one of the Army Pullmans, or boxcars that we made up.
Right.
Yeah. So we had that all over Chicago. It was great. It was August, the end of August, and the weather was nice. Coming all the way from Newman to Chicago. We got there about 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was one train going out for Cincinnati with empty coach cars, 3 coach cars. And we said, "Well, go with me."
Heck yeah.
And I said, we said $5 from each of us if we get us down there and haste,
Right.
So we got on that train, and where we went, we got down to Cincinnati about 7 o'clock, 7:30. This was not a furlough, it was let's see, it's something on leave. But anyway, it wasn't counted as a furlough.
Right.
And we had 12 days. And so there were 7 of us from gunnery school and radio school in Cincinnati at the same time. And my best buddy from News High School was there. I read it for that too. He was just got out of cadets. He was a pilot, second lieutenant. He was really good. Incidentally, he's grandfather of, no, not grandfather, the great uncle of our councilman, our commissioner, Cartoon.
Oh, Cartoon.
Yeah. I've never confronted him, but one of these days I'm going to walk in his office and tell him about his uncle.
I'm going to just stop you for a moment. I just wanted to show everybody, and hope you can see it. This is when William was 18 years of age. So that was 1943? 1943. So I hope you can see it. Handsome figure like that. So let me ask, when did you see any action, or did you remain within the United States?
We did for until about January. We had to go through overseas training.
Okay.
And that's getting in, finding out what the airplane you're going to fly, and do missions since in the United States, bomb Atlanta, Birmingham, places like that. And that was lasted. We had so we had 2 months of ground training and 2 months by flying with your crew, 6-man crew, and that they let us know that they would be together all through training, go over the cities and get assigned to the same combat unit and so forth. So Now that was really the fun. We really had a good time. We worked like heck. On one day we flew 8 hours, and the next day 4 hours. So 4 in the morning, 4 at night, and then the one session would be from 1 to 5. That next 7 days a week. Just one one weekend pass I was in.
Now, where overseas?
This was
were
at
you then?
Columbia Air Base.
Oh, Columbia.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I see. Where's this? South Carolina then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now here I see that you were in the Philippines.
The what?
Philippines in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Now, did you see then action there?
Oh yeah.
What happened there?
Well, I was assigned to our crew was assigned to B-25, which was a twin-engine bomber,
Okay.
and with 14 to 16 guns. They just 50 caliber machine guns, and we took the gunner off our plane, off all the crews, and tell them to go to school, learn something else. They would have to go to their people. You know, they wanted to be a flight engineer. He'd go out on the line with the engine, learn about the engines, and the radio operator would be the tail gunner. They took the waist guns off.
Right.
And, 4, 8, 12, 14, 16 guns. It would have been 18 if they had the waist guns. I always started our missions. When you start the missions, you start with the old-time crew, you know, and you do the 6 missions with maybe a different pilot, different time, get different some how things run, you know. And then after the 6th mission, you go back with your crew again. Right. And during the time, my navigators, on his 3rd mission, got a bullet in his chest. He's dead. And we buried him on a small airfield over there in Luzon, in the Philippines. And eventually got back after the war was over. But we started our missions out of San Marcelino, which was Luzon. It was an airfield that was built before the war. It was just a dirt runway. And we would fly out over the China Sea looking for shipping, and airfields, Japanese airfields. The missions would last 8 to 10 hours. And we hit Japanese Hainan, or that was one of the missions. But Indochina, which was now Vietnam.
Okay.
And Hainan, which is an island off of China. And as far up the China coast as Hong Kong. And we would go to Formosa, Taiwan, and hit whatever is there, you know, rolling stock, airfields. We saw ships, we go after them. Sometimes we'd fly the entire group, which would be 24 planes. And sometimes we'd go out to a piece. They give us a sector to search, and if you wanted to shoot up some stuff for those of them, you do that. But July they said we were going to move again. We were at Clark Field in Luzon.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big Clark Field. Yeah. We moved from San Marcelino to Clark Field. It was just about a 10-minute airplane flight. But anyway, they had more things to fix airplanes and things like that, and shops and things. And in July, they said that we're going to move again, and we're going to go to Aishima. That's off the island of Okinawa.
Okinawa? Oh, okay. I have here Ryukyu.
Please,
Ryukyu?
I'm sorry.
Or you have here. Is it Ryukyu?
Yeah, Ryukyu. That's the islands. Aishima was one. Okinawa was one.
Those are the southern islands in Japan,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
And so we got up there on the 30th of July. We went on a ship, not LST. We took 3 LSTs to move our whole group. The airplane stayed back at Clark Field, and we kept flying missions. So I think they thought they were fooling the Japanese that we were still there.
Right.
And we were going up there, up to Aishima. We got there the 30th. Yeah. And we had to load the LSTs, and they gave us an area that we could build our tents.
Right.
And mess halls and some plywood buildings now. So that only took about 2 days, I guess. And the air was in the middle of a bomb dump. Guys would sit up and smoke cigarettes. So on top of a 1,000-pound bomb.
Oh my
But
gosh.
then we were there in business. They were still flying. They were flying from my shooting. In fact, I flew through the 1st of July. And I was only flew 15 missions because July or August the 15th came along, and that was the end of the war.
Right.
But that was I think we hit over airplanes, number of airplanes. So usually we would hit like 24 to 30 airplanes. When we got up there, we hit I think like 44, and about 7 or 8 of them, about 15 days got shot down. So we soon have been that we would go back to 24 or 30 planes.
And at that time, then, just for the sake of people, or younger people who might not understand it, you were at that time in the Pacific Theater, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here I see that you acquired some medals.
Yeah,
Can you
just
explain about some of your
air
medals? What's an air medal?
That's
Oh, did you bring one? Here it is. Oh, good.
just pictures. That was our insignia.
Nice.
Here are the pouches.
Oh, 14s. Ooh, okay. Wow. Oh,
And there's the ribbons over here.
now, did the ribbons go with the medal
Yeah.
also?
They were like this. They don't have that ribbon.
Oh, I see.
This here.
Now, does this match this? Is that
No, this is the air medal. This is the Pacific medal.
okay?
And this is the Philippine Liberation Medal. The only medals I have is S and S. This is the Pacific Asiatic Theater.
Okay.
And that's each for, it's like a medal, for
Right.
added onto this. This is the American theater,
Okay.
and this is a good conduct. We all got the good conduct.
Wonderful. So they got these. Were they giving them like these bars? Is that how it was, as opposed to like a medal like this, or was it a real medal that looked like
No,
that?
they wouldn't. That was just for some big parade or something, and you wear the medals into that. But just under the uniform, you wear them.
You'd wear these. Okay. Okay.
I had a pair of wings that fit under the pair.
Neat. Oh, look, there's a separate one. Okay, I don't know if anyone can see this. I don't know if we can. And this is the air medal, correct? And what's the reason behind how we can see this?
We completed a number of missions,
So there had to be a specific number of missions
Yeah.
completed.
and they preferred to give action with it.
Right. Right. Oh, certainly, I understand. That is so neat. That is wonderful. And when did you receive this then? Upon at the completion of the
It
missions?
was after the war was over,
Oh, okay.
and I got a letter from the group orderly office. He said, "We got something down here for you." I said, "What is it?" I don't know. There's something. I went down. He said, "What's your name?" I gave him my name. Oh, a medal. There it
Oh,
is.
that's nice. So it was that simple.
Yeah, usually if the bar was on, they would have parades,
Right.
and the officer or some big wig would come in and have it, or stick it on there.
Right.
But we liked it better. It's just
Oh yeah. No, that's wonderful. What a great keepsake. And I just wanted to look at this here.
that's on August the 19th,
That's Japanese.
and these are the peace emissaries from Japan,
Right.
generals and admirals and things like that. And this is one of their airplanes, and this is one of their Japanese airplanes. They were flying down through Manila
Right.
and facing General MacArthur's people to get what they would have to do for us to accept their surrender.
Oh, okay. Because I can see this was it was close to the end of the war then, with the date
Yeah.
that you have there.
This is the United States. No, that's ours. Yeah,
Right.
over there. And, it was the 19th year.
So they were getting ready. Okay, I'm gonna look at some of these here too.
And that's after the war. This is Hiroshima.
Aishima.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there were 4 runways down there. And pointing the same way. And
What was the oh, this is for VJ Day. See the letters VJ.
oh yeah, BGA, yeah,
Victory, Japan.
that's this is 2 of our airplanes
Wow.
intercepted the Japanese planes at the island of Kyushu,
Okay.
and they took them down to Hiroshima, and they learned.
It looks like they were flying in red cross planes.
Well, that's what MacArthur wanted. They were silver bodies, He
Right.
said, you paint those airplanes and put green crosses on them. Don't carry any airplanes. And I call them Battalion 1 and Battalion 2. Battalion was
So we went. So The Americans went and picked up the Japanese and brought them over. Oh, I see.
I just brought this along. There's a story about it.
Okay.
Copy of the painting.
Let's see this too. Wow. Wow.
These are 2B25s.
And that's what you were in.
I wasn't in it.
But I mean, is that what you would have been in had you?
Yeah. This was our squadron.
Okay.
This is the Falcons. It's a falcon on the nose there.
Right, I see that.
This is.
And what do you have on the front here? Is that a shark?
A shark. Yeah.
So did you guys? I have to ask about this. Did you paint whatever you wanted on the front of it, or was there like a rule?
This had to be on our plane. This had to be on their plane. We had one was a horse head. That was on their nose.
Okay.
And this had to be on the Apache.
And now, where would you be? Is this if
right
you were in
behind the
here,
wings.
you were right behind the wings? And they're guiding these two in there. Oh, okay, that's the one that. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, here's another one. Sorry, I missed that.
They were getting on an American plane. They got off the Japanese plane, walked over about 200 feet and got on the American plane, took off from there.
So they were peace party then, it says here,
I did hit one
Interesting.
on there
In this one.
in the back. This was our plane.
The tall gull. Oh, here's one. There it is.
This is the crew that flew this plane.
I wish I could show the photos, but they're just so tiny.
Yeah, they are.
Wow, what history. So did you take these then? Did you take these pictures?
I took some of them. I was really...
you've really captured an historical moment in history though.
Oh yeah.
That's unbelievable. This.
Now this is interesting here.
At this spot, at this spot, I can't remember.
The 77th Infantry Division.
Oh, Ernie Pyle.
Yeah.
The cartoonist.
Underneath it.
Wow. And where was this? Where's
Aishima.
Oh,
That's where he
Aishima.
was killed.
Oh, I enjoy his cartoons, his illustrations. He was clever. But this is wonderful, just to be able to have the history of the Peace Party. Now, did the Peace Party take place there?
No.
Or were they going to fly elsewhere? Oh, in Manila. Okay, so had they landed there and they were going to continue on?
They were going to Manila.
Okay.
They came.
Oh, en route to Manila. I'm sorry, that's my fault. Fantastic. And I want to see, are these your,
There's like the facility
of your honorable discharge. Okay, yeah, it's real tiny. And I can't read it. Your fingerprint? Oh, it must be tucked away somewhere. Right, because I've seen my father's, yeah. This is great. They have a little weensy one like that. I like that. Now, let's just see. I just wanted to see some of these too.
This is in basic training down at Miami Beach.
Okay.
This.
The same.
On our way to inspection.
Okay.
And that's the picture. Anyway, we had a terrific tornado, typhoon.
Typhoon?
On
Gosh.
Aishima and all the tents blew away.
Oh, gosh.
They hit a big bakery. The Navy did. They baked bread all throughout the whole island. That got blown away.
Gosh.
We had a good time out of it. This is in
Look at you.
Columbia, South Carolina. Some of my friends didn't make it to the Army.
Oh, okay, good. I thought you were going to say.
This is at Savannah. That's where we went to get our airplane.
Okay. Oh, okay, right.
This is the water hole down in Savannah, the Soda Hotel. And this is a Japanese fighter plane all shot up. And this is me, and this is Buddy. And he was the best friend in the whole.
Really? That's wonderful. Is it still around?
In Cincinnati.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. Ooh, there's the shark on the front of the plane.
This was on the ground. We had come back from a mission. We were coming in.
And these are all the guns then?
Yeah, that's.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 8.
Wow.
There's
Oh,
8.
I see it now. Yeah. Okay.
And there's 2 up here.
Right.
There used to be 2 on either side here. They took those off to save weight. And the tail turret is back here.
Okay, I see. Oh, I see it. Yes, in this picture. That's right. What was this made of? Plastic?
Yeah, that's what it used to. They used to call it. It wasn't exactly plastic. It was worse something.
So how
It didn't
was
reflect
it?
the
It didn't. That's what I was going to ask. It didn't deflect bullets. Okay, so you had to duck pretty quickly if you were in there.
This is on Aishima. This is our tent here.
Okay.
And,
The one that got blown away in the typhoon.
Yeah. This is the first sergeant. He was in our tent.
Right.
And the rest of them over in the tent. And he was one. These are mostly these people except for him.
What happened then once this was over? You know, when you had the peace party come, where were you then? You know, as soon as this.
Well, I'm out on the runways.
Okay, so you were there on the runway, and then did you go? I guess when the war ended, I guess you just went straight back home, or
We didn't get home until December 17th.
okay,
The High Point men got first. You know, they just the war was over August 15th.
okay,
5 or 10 days later, they were on the way home. And then we had the flying guys had to take up a lot of the slack. You know,
right,
some of them were cooks. They weren't cooks, but they had to cook. Some of them took care of the airplanes, the engines, and that. There was the flight engineers who did that. And we and here, this guy, who took over the personal service, personal clothing and equipment, parachutes, things like that mostly. It was a different tent. That was blown down too. But here, this is part of the typhoon that Shorty, this guy here. There's a ventilation flap up here,
right.
and it had to be closed. So he climbed up the tent, closed it. And there's the typhoon is on its way.
Oh, okay, I see. Because I can
It's
see.
sagging.
Yeah.
This is after the thing. You see also makeshift buildings. We built this. There were 6 of us here now. We built this. It was just scrounged around for corrugated metal and.
Was the weather fairly temperate down there? Isn't it fairly temperate down in South Japan?
Oh, it's the weather.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was
Oh, okay.
nice.
Okay. Well, here's the piece again.
Oh, here's we called it the shack.
The shack. Okay.
Everybody came to call for at night at the shack.
Oh, that's good though. That you had time to do that. This is wonderful. So, upon finally, when did you finally get the news to come back home?
Well, my pilot came over and he said, how much luggage do you have? And I said, I can make it as little as you want. He said, well, pick it. Or pack it. He said, we're leaving tomorrow morning. That was in the end of October.
And you were leaving from
Aishima.
Aishima.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we went to Manila,
Okay.
to Nichols Field, and they had a good placement depot there. They had POWs there, American POWs there.
Where had they come? Where did the American POWs come out of?
Some of the prisoners that they had.
Right, but I mean,
Japanese.
were they Japanese prisoners or German or strictly Japanese prisoners?
American.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah, they were Japanese prisoners.
right, okay.
Yeah, but there were some civilians there. They were starting to hold trials with Japanese, and some of the guys that were there, they got volunteered to stay to testify. But, if you want to read this, you can.
Thank you. Thank you. I will.
Story.
Wow, this has been great. We're almost out of time, too.
That's from General Arnold.
This is an Army Air Force's Certificate of Appreciation for War Service to William Howard. Wonderful. That's wonderful.
This is the ship that we came home on from Manila to San Francisco. It was about 7,500.
Oh, it's such a tiny picture. Yeah, look at that.
7,500 tons. It was just a cargo plane.
I was going to say, it looks like a cargo ship.
And then this is
Business ladder.
the Academy map for us.
There you go.